Yeah, welcome back to the firehouse. For some more firehouse reasoning. I think tonight in the firehouse I will be revisiting a topic that I don't think everyone is fully grasping this, but I'll try and get you as close as I can to what I call roots. You know, I've had reasoning before where I'm saying that for the bushman, or what we call the black man, to know himself, he's got to go back to his roots. And his roots is in Africa. Likewise, the Chinese man roots is in China, and whoever roots is where you are, your roots are where your ancestors are originally from. That's your physical roots. But in this fire, we're not going to be discussing the physical, our physical roots, if you know what I mean. In this reasoning, in this fire, call it a fire, I want to bring you closer to the mental roots. Yeah. Because in the mental roots now, or in the physical roots, there is a diversity in physical roots. That's why now I will appear as a black man, and my friend Marius as a white man, and a Chinaman as a Chinaman, and an Indian as an Indian, because that is our physical roots. And in our physical roots we manifest in diverse forms. So physically we appear to be different beings, if you know what I mean. But we are not examining in this fire our physical form, but rather the essence of the physical form, which is the spiritual, if you want to call it, the mental, call it whatever you want, but the inner. You see what I mean? So on the mental level now, just like how one have to go back to roots in the physical, one have to get back to roots on the mental. Now, on the mental level, we are from the same root. You see what I mean? We're not from the same root on the physical level, or even from the same family in physical life. We are from different families, all of us. And some of us, like I say, appear in different forms, diverse forms, looking Chinese and Japanese and Africans and European and whatever name you want to imagine yourself to be in physical life. Yeah? But this is reasoning about going back to roots mentally. Understand? So when we go back to roots mentally, this is where we're going to discover the oneness that is in diversity in the physical. But this can only be done when you go back to roots mentally. You understand? Because on the physical, like I say, we are not from the same family or the same race, if you want to put it that way. You know, you get divided up in the physical. But on the mental, we are, because our beings are coming from the same source. You see what I mean? So on the mental plane, on the physical plane, like I say, beings appear in different forms, but they do not appear in different forms on the mental. If you have eyes to see, this is. Yeah? If you have eyes to see, you can see on the mental that all beings are one. You understand? That's why I tell people before, if you ask a white man what color his mind is, or a black man what color his, or any other being what color the mind is, they do not know. unless they want to tell some lie. The reason why they don't know is because the mind have no color. You see what I mean? So, in fact, I say this is a 9th level teaching. I don't expect the majority of beings to grasp what I'm telling them. You know what I mean? I was having a reasoning last night, and someone was saying to me, well, how do you expect people to understand what you are saying? I don't, because not everyone's ears are open. So how are they going to understand? You can't understand these things until your eyes are open. Understand? So when your eyes are open, like I'm saying, you are going to discover the oneness of things. That everything is oneness. Human is oneness. We are one. So if we are one, why are we living as Japanese and Chinese and black man and white man and dividing up ourselves? That is just the same thing like how you put yourself into religious boxes. Different religion, and divide yourself. You put yourself into these different race boxes as well. Because if you are thinking to yourself, like I say, that you are a Chinese or a black man, then you are what I would say deluded. You have not grasped the roots. And when I say root here now, the mental root, where you are now able to observe the oneness of life. And if you cannot observe this oneness, you are going to live in division. You know what I mean? If you're not, well, you will anyway, and then you will, you might live a life striving to defend your own, or who you think is your own. You know, those who look like you. And never realizing that all was your own, and that you should have spent your time trying to think for the all. Not just the sum, but the all. So if you cannot think for the all, then like I say, you don't really know who you are. You are lost in confusion. And the world is in confusion, like I tell you. You see them every day. China say this, America say this country say that, and when you are all one people. So that is not a realization that we are one. When you live in under these labels that you label, you can't say. I say that men use these labels on themselves. Whether they want to call themselves black, white, Arab, whatever. They use these labels to hide. And to really believe to themselves that yes, I am different from the other human being. But nothing like that. You can believe anything that, like I say, that if you want to believe such idiocy. And such things could only be believed. They cannot be known. Because when you know, you are going to know the truth. You're not going to know idiocy. And you're not going to learn to live in division and separation. You know? You are going to learn about the oneness of life. If you know what I mean. Or like I say, the oneness in diversity. Now, wouldn't it, like I said before, it would look nice if every man was appear black in it, or white, or if it was Chinese or Japanese. It's the variety and the colors of life are beautiful. I say we are like flowers in it. You don't have when you have different color flower blooming, they look more colorful. You see what I mean? Hence the fact why we, like I say, our farm, not us, you know, our farm appear in diverse colors. But the essence, the substance of our being is the same. Understand? So this is where the oneness of things is grasped. On the mental level, not on the physical. You see what I mean? Those who are living on the physical are just pay attention to the physical. Yeah? They will mistake the physical for the real, and will not be able to locate the essence of their being. Understand what I mean? So you will spend your time, like I say, like hating each other, attacking this person, not realizing that you're attacking yourself. Yeah. Or not realizing that all you're doing is hating your own self. Because I am you, and you are I and I. You see what I mean? Everything, like I tell you, is one. And this oneness, if this oneness, well, you're not going to see this oneness like that. Let's put it this way. It cannot be seen like that. Otherwise, everyone would see the oneness, and everyone would have understand the oneness, because the oneness has been around from creation, and yet it has never been grasped, I say, by the majority of mankind. Only a minority here and there have understand oneness in its fullness. And why then, if oneness in its fullness is available and can be understood by all, why don't all understand this oneness? Why do we live in division? Why do we have different races? The reason why you have these different races, like I tell you, it's not because you have an understanding of oneness, but because you have no understanding of oneness. And when you have no understanding of oneness, you have to live in division. And up until the present time now, I have still seen this division across the planet. People still live like white people, black people, Japanese, Chinese. You see what I mean? So that means all these beings of still, I say, are totally and utterly deluded. Because they still cannot understand oneness, even though the oneness is here. And they ain't going to understand the oneness either, because what you are doing will not allow you to understand oneness. The way that you're living, thinking, you know what I mean? You are following a shit system. You are following those who have decided to manipulate physical life. And those who think to themselves that it is only physical life that exists, and have no idea that there is a mentality to life. In the same scenario, like I said, they just believe in physical, not knowing that there is a spiritual aspect to life. Physical and non-physical. The air that you breathe and the solid table that I'm knocking. Hard and soft to life. So they are just understanding the hard part of life then, but not the soft. Or if you want to put it that way, they are understanding the male side of life, but not the female. And then when you are just involved in the physical of life now, you don't have to, like I say, apply any moral discipline to your behavior and your pursuit of physical things. And because you don't have to do this, this is the activity that keep you blind. You see what I mean? Keep you away from seeing what is oneness, so that you will be forever identifying yourself as a black man or a white man or whatever man is. But you will not fully be able to understand that you are a spirit that hasn't got any color. You know? And that we are all the same spirit. We come from the same creative source. If you don't call it the energy, we have the same energy. You see what I mean? We are known different. And yet some beings now, because you categorize up yourself in groups, in this group, herdish, like I say, like cackles, you are thinking that some of these groups are smarter than the rest. And some, you know, some are more clever. But all that is a load of delusion, like I said. These people mistake outward, what I call outer intelligence, like the shadow of intelligence, for intelligence. Physical intelligence. They are intelligent about the physical aspect of life. So they think now that this is intelligence. Oh no, that is not intelligence. You are out-intelligent. You are far away from being intelligent. An intelligent human being is one who understands the inward way, the mental way of life, and who can grasp, not can, who has grasped the oneness of things, and who can see the oneness in diversity. I don't think the oneness in diversity has ever been grasped fully on the planet. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, people might even say, oh yeah, we are one. But I don't think they actually know truthfully how, or they can explain away how come we're one. But in the firehouse, that is no problem. Explaining how we are one. You know what I mean? That's a simple thing I say. All you have to do is notice how memory is videoing yourself. That's just one example. And then you can notice that none of us can hide from ourselves. You see? That's another example. All of us has got conscience. That's another example. All of us got to go to toilet, wake up, sleep and eat and then die. Lots of examples. Ain't no difference between us. You might try to make the well, I say those who are living in the physical dimension of life, those who are just totally, they are the ones who are trying to make a difference. But trying to make a difference won't make any difference. Because what is already. If you fail to notice this, that is your ignorance. You see what I mean? If your reality exists, if you don't want to pay any attention to reality, and if you want to think as a coward, well, you go ahead and think. Or if you want to think as herd and cackles, that's what I say men love to do. Because they cannot, you cannot break away from your, what you call your type or your kind. You know? Like say we was, say me as a black man, okay? I can't break away from that. Or the white man, he can't break away. Yeah, but like I say, I'm a rebel soul. No one contain I and I. Could be my mother, father, I say, oh, ancestor. No one. You see what I mean? Because no one created I. No one give I and I my soul and my spirit then, you know? So no one can tell me what to think. I think what I want for myself. Live by it and die by it, because I'm going to die, innit? So I have to take responsibility for my actions when I am here. No one, I will not give responsibility to no being, no angel, no archangel, no prophet, or no saint. I will make my own decision here. Like I say, live by it, die by it. Whatever truth there is to find out in the entire universe, I will be finding it out myself. Not saying I'm not going to take advice from anyone I listen to what they're saying, but I'm saying I will decide if what I hear is right. Me alone, not me and a group of any being. I am not here to look friends, like I said. Saying in Jamaica, I don't beg friends. Neither do I buy them. Know what I mean? Who cares if you want to be my friend or not? I say I don't care if my mother is my friend, father. I don't care at all. Because I am not here to please nobody. Black man, white man, green man, yellow man. Well, if you love the truth, you know, I will please you still. If you can take it, that is. Because I am a soul that burn a hot fire. You see what I mean? Very, very hot. So unless your heart is burning with a desire for what is right and correct and truthful and honest, then you are going to find me very antagonizing. And you know, but I'm not begging anyone to love me, like I say, because I'm not begging a friend. I don't care. I don't care who want to laugh, who want to take it serious, and you know what I mean? I have got nothing to lose. My job is just to speak the truth directly, irrespective of who like it. Devil, God, angel, we don't bother about that. My intention is to deliver what is right and correct. You see what I mean? So when I'm telling these idiots, call them idiots, who separate up themselves into different races and tribes, and is presuming to themselves that they are different type of human beings, you are all deluded. I bet my soul against it that you are all deluded. You see what I mean? You ain't grasping the oneness seriously. Maybe your heart don't really burn with the fire for what is right and correct. You know what I mean? And you still have to hold on to this false idea that I say, when you was born here, as an example then, you just come in here as a baby, innit? Into the world. It was when you come here, people tell you that you're this and you're that and you're that and this is what you are and what you are and what you are. But who is anyone to tell you who you are and what you should be and how you should be? They can't know this. So no, I don't reckon any being could tell me who I am and what I am and how I should be. Can't do that. You haven't got my mind. I've got my own mind to think for myself. You know what I mean? I don't have to agree with the norms, I say, of society, or what the group, or what my group of people decide. You know what I mean? I am here to decide how life goes myself. You see? So I am an individual being belonging to no group, but I belong to the one group, human beings. You see, because I speak for the one family, because I know that we come from the one family, the same source. So unlike them on the physical plane who is confused and is warring amongst themselves that this man is a black man, that man is a white man, he come from that place, you know, and in we know that the family is, well, I wouldn't say we, I know that the family is one. So I don't get into those kind of idiotic, you get out of it. That's childish behavior, I say. You know what I mean? I know that all the beings who has ever lived come from the same family. You know, one, I say, one blood. And yet these beings, like I say, because they are so taught, they've never been able to grasp the mentality of life. They get so mixed up in the physical. And there they create wars and division, fighting against themselves. Some of them are so balmy that what they do, they pray to God. They're fighting each other, right? And both of them are praying to God for God to help them to kill each other. That's how stupid they are when they are so divided on themselves in the physical. But you will never, if you understand yourself on the mental plane now, when you grasp the idea of oneness, hey, no way you can go fighting people, can you? What's the point of fighting your brother? You're fighting your own family. It's not logical. You see what I mean? So the behavior of the beings on the physical level who divide up themselves into nations and, like I say, tribes and races and all them things. This is the behavior of deluded beings. It ain't the behavior, like I say, of it wouldn't be the behavior of anyone who enter firehouse. You know what I mean? Imagine a firehouse or firehouse people behaving in that way. No. Firehouse people, right, understand the oneness of life. Yeah? And would have implemented the oneness of life into the physical way of living. You know what I mean? But the physical man now, who was not rise up to the mental level, cannot implement this law into physical life. You see what I mean? Because he cannot see it, he don't know this law. So he's just got to create his own, what he call law, which is not law. Because it's not based on understanding, but is a law that is based on ignorance. Because the people who perpetrate such laws are ignorant beings. Understand what I mean? But these are the ignorant people. They will strive their best to live by this idiotic law anyway. But it is not natural law. You can only grasp natural law, like I say. When you can understand the mentality of life, or some of the complexities of it, some of the paradox of it. Because here you have life now being physical and non-physical. That is a paradox. So that's how we have now this mental and physical in the same movements. You can have a man, like I say, seen and unseen. Because you can see me, but you can't really see me. It's a paradox. My vital organs then, if you want to call it that way. Not the physical body organ, no. My vital mental organs are not for you to set eyes on. Even if you was a doctor and you cut my head and look for me, you won't find me, will you? You won't be able to read my memory, what's on it either, will you? Why won't you be able to do this when it's there? Why won't you be able to find me if I'm there? Eh? Why won't you be able to look at my mind and my spirit if I've got a mind and a spirit, which I have? But you won't be able to grasp that because it's not a visible thing that is operating, like I say, in the invisible. You understand? So this is the level now that humanity need to understand, to get themselves out of the idiotic way of living and dividing themselves and the earth up into different sections, and you know what I mean? And by doing so now, dividing yourself in the mind. And I say getting lost in the mind. Because there in the mind you are thinking that some of you are better than some, and some are these type of people and the others are that kind of people, and some are those kind of people. You are people, if you want to put it there. All people are people. How can any people be different? How can a human being be different? You must think that because once a person is born handicapped, then a person hasn't got any legs, that will make them different. No, that cannot make you different in it. The handicapping of the body or handicapping of the mind, you will still be a person, a human. So all human are human. What confuses you, I think it's because the body. It's as if, say, you was making cars, and you make all the car was Rolls Royce or whatever, but you paint some of them blue and white, and put a different, and you know what I mean, color on this one, and then people think it's different. Cars are cars. Humans are human. The fact that they got these different coloring are here. What difference does that make? But on the physical plane, people are trying to make out that yes, it does. These ones got more intelligence than these lot, and this one brain is bigger than that one. And that. Yeah, you don't want to examine, but that's what physical people do. They would examine physicality. They don't know about mentality. So if you had any sense and you come up into mentality, then you would see who could be smarter than who. Because it's not a matter of who is smarter than who when it comes to mental understanding. It's a matter of who is honest, and truthful. Who is willing to be honest and truthful and live correct with their fellow human being. That's what counts when it comes to mentality. You see what I mean? Behavior. How we live. Because it's how we live as human that is going to open our eye to our inner understanding. You see what I mean? If you are not living honestly, then your eyes are going to remain closed. And if your eyes are closed, you are just in the mental feel of life. And in that mental feel of life, like I'm telling you, this is where we get all the division, all the hate, all the jealousy, and all the mistake, and all the hate, all the lust, all the false. It's cause and the mental level is everything is not real down there. It's a false perception you are getting of life when you are just living life physically. You are just seeing one side of the story. Like I'm saying, you need to flip over. You know what I mean? If you want to grasp the whole thing. Yeah, if you fail to flip over, then you are not going to grasp the mentality of life. Henceforth, you ain't going to be seeing the oneness. You will forever live in the divided way that you're living in now, as different nationalities and different races, different countries, and all the ways of living that cause confusion to the soul of an individual. You see what I mean? Because the physical life is in chaos, and it is in chaos precisely because those who are the manipulators of physical life fail to understand mentality of life, if you know what I mean. These beings are blind. They're not blind on the physical level if they have eyes to see. The majority of them. A few men are blind on the physical level, but most men have eyes to see. So they can see physical things. So that way they are not blind, but they are mentally blind. Understand? That means if you are mentally blind, that means your true understanding can never be awake. You have it, but you cannot access it because you are not doing the things that is going to allow you to access the mentality, or your mentality, or open your eyes, simply because you are behaving in an inhuman way, I say. Those people who are manipulating the earth for its resources, business, whatever it is, governments, you are exploiters of the earth and of other human beings. And when you are doing this now, there is no way that you are going to grasp the oneness of life. You can't understand the oneness of life if you are living in division. You can't understand it if you agree with different countries and different nationalities. You know, that is how uncivilized people behave. That word get used a lot back in the days, that some people was uncivilized. I don't know if they understand what civilized mean, but I reckon, I know for myself, not reckon, that most of the earth and the people on it now who are living on earth are uncivilized beings. You are uncivilized because you have no understanding of who your true self is. Your mental faculties have not opened. See what I mean? So now is the time. And because of the way that uncivilized people control and dominate, and they are the one who are educating other human beings as they come into the world, they educate them not into civilization but to be uncivilized. So all your education, like I say, from school and your religious education and your indoctrination, the ambition that have been given to you are uncivilized, because they was given to you and taught to you by uncivilized beings, not beings who are civilized. You know, they just appear to be civilized. I say simply because they can dress in the best clothes and fly first class and drive the best cars and eat the best food. This does not make one civilized. Only way for you to be a civilized being is when you understand what is right and correct, and when you intend to live that way. If you are not living that way, you are an uncivilized being. What difference does it make if you have 3,000 billion? Paper cannot make you civilized. A big house, lots of money in the bank, and the best aeroplane and yachts driving on the ocean cannot make one civilized. You are still going to die as an uncivilized being. How I say, pass over in ignorance, and go and reap the reward for such ignorant living, like I'm telling you. Because there is a law, and you cannot break the law without paying the consequences of breaking the law. Whether you are aware of the law or not, what difference does it make? Your fault if you're not aware of the law. Because if you are not aware of this law that I'm talking about, it's only because you've been living goddamn wicked, like I'm saying. And you've been brainwashed into thinking that there is black and white and Japanese and Chinese and Indian people, and that these people, you are different from them because they look different from you. And I'm telling you that these people who are looking different from you are just like you. They have to do everything you do. You know what I mean? If you stick a knife in one of them here, they go, ouch! You see what I mean? And if you cut any one of them throat clean, they die. Yeah? And all these different humans that are different from you, don't you notice that they have to eat and drink and sleep and go to the toilet and all these other things just like you? And they eventually die like you. So what makes you think they are different from you? The different color and the different hair that they've got don't give them any advantage over you when it comes to the reality of living and dying, does it? And sleeping and, like I say, going to toilet and those things. normal. What humans have to do. You see what I mean? So we are all humans. Irrespective of the fact that one look white and one look black and one look yellow and green and purple and all these. That's nothing to do with what you are, innit? The essence of your being. But no, these who just concentrate on the physical, let that deceive them. And they end up hating one another because of the way that the body look. Are thinking that, yeah, I'm smarter than them, you know, because I'm in this body and they are in that body. And when they are in that body, their brain cannot penetrate into certain high science or high thinking. Don't know what you delude yourself into thinking. Imagining that you are superior, you know what I mean? Superior beings have a way of coming up with all kind of ridiculous statement to show why they are superior. You know what I mean? When I'm telling you that no being is superior. And when you know, when you access what true intelligence is, there is only one intelligence. And we can all log on to that intelligence. But there is no man more intelligent than the next man. And if it appears that a man is more intelligent than the next man, it's only because, just like how one man can be fitter than the next, but only because the other man is doing the work to get fit, and the other man is not doing the work. So if one man appears to be more intelligent than the other man, it's only because one man has done the work, while the other man refuses. But the other man have the ability to do the same work as well. You see what I mean? But maybe the other man is diverted, like I say, and goes on the mental plane to chase down money and lust after women and, I don't know, kill his fellow human being, be greedy and all those kind of things. So of course, if you are one of those beings who are gripped by such passions, then you ain't going to understand your mentality. And if you cannot understand your mentality, like I say, you can never see the oneness. And you will always now be a being, when you cannot see oneness, who see things in diversity. And believe in the diversity that your eyes see you. So you will see things in black and white. And black man, this man, that man. You see, you won't be able to see, like I tell you, that all men are all human. Every human is one. Ain't no difference between them apart from the way that they appear to you. But looks is deceiving. You see what I mean? So if you could locate, like I say, your spirituality, that's where you're going to find the oneness. Within. And then you'll be able to escape out of this race box that they put you in. And realize that we are all one family, coming from the same source. Come out of the box that of your nationality and realize that the earth is one. And we are from one family, living on the one earth. We should learn to live as one. Those who cannot learn to live as one or understand the concept of oneness within themselves, surely they want to live dividedly and separately. If that is your desire, you shall be granted that. Because you are here to make a choice, isn't it? We are all here to make a choice. So if you choose to live separately, without knowing and understanding yourself, and then understanding your family, you know, you want to fight against your family, kill your brother, kill your sister, and all, because anyone who you're killing and fighting against is your brother. You are not aware of this, and the only reason why you're not aware of this is because it's the bitterness that is clouding your awareness. The wrong things that you're doing. You know what I mean? So all the big brain people on the earth, who is the best scientist? And I don't know, are the best whoever. They should be teaching this oneness teaching should be taught in your university and in your school. It should be the foundation of all education. Otherwise, if your education then is not based, it will be like growing food. If you do not sow seeds in fertile ground, prepare the ground properly, and then sow your seeds, then you won't get an healthy crop. So if the education system is not based on honesty and truthfulness and oneness, then what you are learning from such an education system is division and separateness, which is the opposite of what you should be learning. You see what I mean? So in this world, like I'm saying, is they have everything the other way around. In other words, the negative is running as opposed to the positive. So anything that the negative tell you, it's always the opposite way around. You know what I mean? They never tell you the truth. So if they tell you, as an example, like I say, that Jesus is God's son, that must be a lie. Because they don't say nothing that makes sense. You know what I mean? If they tell you that we should live life under the system that they are living, because that's the only way through money and thing, it must be a lie. That means life should be lived without money. If they tell you that some man is a hero, that means the man is a zero. Because they don't know what a hero is. So anybody who they say is a hero, whether it's an angel, a saint, or the Pope, or the Queen, or Obama, those people are zeros. Because zero people cannot know true hero. So they would not be able to recognize any hero whatsoever, or to give any hero any opportunity to, like I would say, broadcast his message out, and they would be backing. So no. They are looking for what I call those who are good zeros. You pop star and movie stars and these kind of people, you know what I mean, who can divert other people's mind away from oneness and keep it in ignorance. Anyone who can do that well. In fact, they're looking for Mr. Ego. Anyone who is under the influence of ego, which most beings are egoistic. You know what I mean? But you need to get rid of this ego. Well, don't get rid of ego. Just retrain ego to do what is right and correct instead of being selfish. And all those who are running the system currently are selfish and ignorant human beings. If they was not selfish and ignorant, you would not see the state of affairs that you are seeing here on earth now. Where I'm telling you, you're all brothers and sisters, but you are busily fighting wars against each other. You live more in war than you do in peace. Not notice that all of you, these nations are armed to the teeth. So I don't know how, if you and your next door neighbor is such a good friend. No, why you so armed up, ready to attack at any minute now, like I say. A similar thing now to how the French have gone into Mali. Say that no wonder somebody send the Islamists in there, who they call in Islam, they tell them to go in. And then so cause the trouble, and then now they are offering the solution to the trouble. As if now they are going there now to help these poor Africans. They're not helping no African there. What they are protecting is their business interests. And to keep a firmer hold on it. So now that now they can say, oh listen, we need to keep a base here. See, in case those men come back. But that's what they wanted in the first place. But they needed an excuse. You see what I mean? So they have ways and means. They always have ways and means of duping people. Anything that you see they are doing, because military man, some of them is even on my telly behind me now as I'm speaking. Military men don't have any idea what rightness is and truthful and honesty. They are just after exploiting. They are programmed beings. They are not themselves. Have no idea who they are. They don't even realize that they will have to pay for the consequences of what they're doing. You see what I mean? So you cannot rely whenever you see the military or your military going anywhere, they are going there to perform wickedness. Because that's what they've been trained. They have not been trained to keep the peace soldiers, you know, and to the peace envoys. They are trained to enforce will against somebody else or kill them. They are trained to cuddle. They are trained to fight, to kill, to eliminate. You know what I mean? Now, what kind of a human being would train another one to kill? I know one that is a complete lunatic. So yes, you have lunatics all over the world training other people to go and kill their brother, claiming that oh yes, if you go and kill them, you will be protecting your country, because some of you other brothers from over there, right? They might want to come over here. So these lunatics cannot see that the earth is one and that there is only one family on it. You know, they are fighting this side of the family and bombing here, and these these brothers, because we are brothers still. Why I say your brother, if you, that's why you can tell that the man is sick, because it's your brother, isn't it? If anything is wrong with your brother, because you come from the same source. If you put it on the physical level, you come from the same mother and you live in the same home. So you have a good idea who your brother is. You know him well. So when your brother go mad, you know that this your brother is behaving mad, because you know him from long time. So as souls, we know souls. You know, they are our brothers. So we can tell when they say, hey man, my brother has gone mentally loopy. That's not him at all. There's no way he should be going on like this. At all, ever. So yeah, when we come here, we know that some of the brothers and sisters have gone completely balmy. You know, in their behavior. They've been I don't know what it is. This is a difficult atmosphere to get away from, like I say. It's so, everyone is so vile and negative that it's a miracle that everyone isn't. You know what I mean? It's very hard to find anyone resisting it, but I'm surprised that everyone just don't give up. It looks like that's what most souls have done. I've decided, why bother struggle anyway? Life doesn't make any sense. I might as well join them. You know what I mean? But I'm telling you, all you have to do is think about the millions of people who used to live, say in the year 1900. All of them are dead now. I don't know, it's like one man or two man struggling over the 100. But most of them are dead. And if you go back to the 1800, then you know definitely that they are dead. If you was born in 1800, you're dead, well dead long time. And all we know who are living now and think, this life may have to struggle and we soon be dead. It goes very rapidly. But while we're in it, it looks as if it's dragging. But don't worry. Trust me, that is close behind you, ready to sweep you out. How many people you know who have died already? Well, you'll be one of them soon, innit? You ain't staying behind. You must think you live an extra 10 or 20 years more than them, that it make any difference. It probably, in a lot of cases, Malik, does it make you worse? Because in the 20 year or 30 year that you live longer than the person that you know who died, you still never learn anything. Maybe when that person who you know die, you get frightened and decide, well, you have to cram as much wickedness in this little short space that you have before you die. You know what I mean? Because some idiot beings think like that. You know what I mean? As soon as they feel that they're going to die, they say, oh, I've never jumped off a mountain yet. I must go and do it quick and start doing lots of silly things. But that ain't going to help your soul, innit? That just show how stupid you are. You know? That you come here. It's like somebody come here, right, and they owns a house. And the keys to get in the house is right at the feet and they don't see it. They live all their life outside in the freezing cold and everything. Instead of you just pick the key up and open the door. So you have beings who come into life who never open the doors of life. They stay there out in the cold, and because they're so cold and miserable, anybody they see, they either rape them, kill them, and plan for them, destroy them. That's all these people can think about, you know. They don't know about the comfort of going in the home, you know. Your own home and relaxing in comfort, where you don't have to suffer no stress and no cold and no being there scared that you're going to die tomorrow, so and all these kind of things, and hating your brother. And, you know, you don't realize nothing. You live in total ignorance. When you are trapped, like I say, in that mindset of black and white and the division, when you fail to understand the one. Yeah, this teaching is about trying to bring you closer to understand oneness. And you have to see these things in your mind. If you cannot grasp them in your mind, then your life is bound. Life will always be confusing to you. You know what I mean? And it must remain confusing, like I say, because you ain't doing. How are you going to get fit, coming back to my favorite beating stick? If you do not train, the body will never be fit. And likewise, like I say, the mind can never be fit until you train it. And to train your mind to be fit, you must stop doing what is wrong. You know in your heart what is wrong already. I don't have to tell you or anybody tell you. Each person know that. Stop it. Read it out as if it was a garden, like I tell you. And you go in there and you're going to weed out the weeds that are in the garden so your flowers can bloom. So yeah, go in there and read out your bad habits. Don't worry about if you haven't achieved anything in life. Those who achieve things in life, when death come, they're not taking it. I don't know what you achieve. They have left a gold bar and you own half of the rest. Well, you're leaving it anyway. That's no achievement. You cannot judge achievement by what you see with the eyes. You know what I mean? Because what you see with the eyes, you're going to leave. You are not going in the seen, you are going in the unseen. So make sure what you got stored up is in the unseen, not the seen. You cannot take the seen with your rasta. You are leaving the seen. Seen? Yeah, man. Repeat that one again. You are leaving the seen. Seen? Seen mean do you overstand? Do you get me clearly what I'm saying? That's when we inject, like in Jamaica would say, seeing? Yeah, so can you see that the whole idea now of accessing the mental level so that you can understand oneness? Having an understanding of oneness is what gets us out of all the confusion, get us out of our racism, our plundering of the earth, our hatred of our fellow human beings. Because now we realize that we are one. We know that we are one. So now we start to live and behave as one, to care and share, to have those desires in us. You know what I mean? But until you access this mental level, you ain't going to have these sentiments. You are going to have the sentiments of exploiting and you know, making a career and making sure you have the comforts of life. Then you will be led not by what is right and correct, but by these deluded beings, like I say, in suit. And you listen to them calling the European, the UN, NATO, and all the governments, all of them, like I say, they are the most evil, they are the most evilous and idiotic human beings. But they are the one running the planet. Understand? They are the one, when they speak, lots of idiots gather around them, and everything they say, they clap. Clap, not because what the idiot is saying make any sense, but because these idiots are the ones that are running. So people will lick the boots for anything in case they give them a little crumb off the table, or they say hello to them. They can go and write a book and say, oh yes, Obama or Mr. Putin or the Queen or whoever say hello to me, you know, or the Pope shake my hand, you know. You could write a book about that, make some money. That's how grateful people are to devils. You know what I mean? Because they have a way of what they call sucking. What power? These devils have got no power. You know? I don't know any powerful man that has kept any power. They all seem like they have to fade away and die and leave the earth. Well, anyway, I hear the bell ringing there, so I feel right now I bring you as close as I can to show you the oneness from a mental point of view. So on that note, I is going to fire out from Firehouse, see? And go and hold a chill. Rastafari, live it and reign it in the heart of all human beings. Fire!